Police say this guy broke into 2 houses in the neighborhood.
Yeah, just walked into an unlocked door. That guy has now been arrested. Tess is on this story live near where it happened, 20th Street in Osborne, with how police were finally able to catch this guy. And Tess, I think I overheard in the newsroom that doors were unlocked in this situation.
In both cases, unfortunately, that's how the suspect got in. But let me just tell you, the first house that he broke into, that is where we are right now, Gage Underhill. And let's just say this guy picked the wrong house. So let me take you through what happened. This is the back door. Gage normally locks his door. He says it was just a fluke after he took his dogs out. But the little guy right there barking, that is how Gage ended up waking up. So the suspect comes through here. Gage is standing by to give us the rest of the story. And Gage, you were actually sound asleep. You heard the little dog barking.
Yeah, I was asleep. I heard the little dog barking. I didn't pay much mind to it because he barks sometimes. And then I opened my eyes
and then we're coming towards where his bedroom was. You were sound asleep in bed when the suspect then came over this way.
Right here, and right there at the doorway, he was standing right at the edge of my bed and just kind of swaying back and forth, staring at me. And I opened my eyes, and I was trying to figure out, is it my roommate, is it my daughter? No, it's nobody. And then I verbally challenged him, and he stood there. I'm a retired military law enforcement officer. I always keep my handgun. So I lit him up, and I told him, and you know, he needs to get out of here, and he bolted. My very first thought, we'll come back here.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Your very first thought was to make sure everyone was safe,
yeah.
And luckily your daughter was still at work at that time and not home.
My roommate wasn't home. My daughter was in her room, so I cleared the bathroom and this room here, and then I just posted up right here. I told my daughter, you know, call 911. I'm going to clear the rest of the house because I knew the rest. This was secure now, so everything in front of me was a threat. But he had already gone out the back door.
And that's when, so he leaves through the back door, which we just showed you, and we can show you now through the drone. This guy actually jumps one fence and then over to a second home.
Where he assaulted her. He jumped in bed with her and tried to choke her, and I guess she scratched him up pretty good. But the helicopters were going, and maybe an hour or 40 minutes later, police asked if I could identify him. I said, absolutely. And I got in a cruiser and went about 2 blocks up the road, and they pulled him out, and I said, that's him.
And they actually found him also still going door to door trying to jump fences.
Backyards, yeah, he was jumping through backyards trying to get away.
This is a case where all your experience kept you calm, kept you knowing what to do. And despite the different places you have been in, situations you have been, what did this feel like?
It was scary. I mean, my training kicked in, but even with that, you know, you'd think it's not going to happen to you. And then I started, you know, I'm like, oh, can I still even protect people anymore? But I think I did the right thing. You know, no one was shot. He was caught, another bad guy off the streets. Phoenix PD did an amazing job.
And then, and nobody was hurt. Your daughter was okay.
I just, hindsight being 20/20, I wish I could have put him on the ground and spared my neighbor, which she had to go through. I feel pretty badly about that.
But, of course, you cannot take that blame in any
no.
way. Everyone is grateful for the description. Police say it's thanks to Gage's great description, remembering details of this guy, that they were able to catch him. So we're glad your whole family is safe, and thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. So that's why I said the suspect picked the wrong house to mess with, the wrong guy for sure. And in this case, Phoenix police did arrest the suspect. All we know about him is that he's 32 years old. No other details given. But they do possibly believe he was on drugs or drunk at that time, but definitely under the influence. Either way, another reminder, lock your doors. And even Gage said, I always lock my doors. It was just one of those, you know, sometimes you forget, sometimes you mess up. You never know what can happen with an unlocked door.
That is for sure. And everybody needs a neighbor like that guy, that's for sure. Tess, thank you for that. And we're going to get more.
I'm going to move next door to him.
Seriously, we all are, hopefully. We're going to have more details, hopefully, on the suspect later today. Tess, thank you for that.